Hello and welcome to Hindustan Times Auto. You're watching Auto Expo 2020 with us. Today is the first day of the first Auto Expo of the decade, and it's also the first Auto Expo for MG Motors. We have Gaurav Gupta with us. Will tell us more about what MG has been up to since bringing in the Hector. Then they've brought in the ZS EV as well, and they have bigger and even better plans. Gaurav, thank you so much for speaking to us. First up, Hector was a success story. ZS EV, quite a different category car, but the reception has been pretty good. So, how is it going?
Well, I must say, uh, we've really enjoyed the journey so far in India. The Hector has received a very good response, but the way we are looking at it internally is our journey has just started. We still have to prove ourselves to India. We have to remain as a company humble. We have to remain focused on customers, and I think we still therefore have work to do in that way, so that we really fall in the right trajectory that we want to build the brand for the country. For the foundation stage that we have, it's really helpful to us to have a great network. We've expanded to more than 200 centers now across the country. And the way we've approached all our launches so far, well, two of them so far, the Hector, which is India's first internet SUV, and also the ZS, a pure electric internet SUV, is to look at an ecosystem which supports it. So it's not by itself or just by MG alone we are bringing it to the market. The ZS EV has received very promising response. Actually, it's clocked more than 2,800 bookings. Although in the 5 centers where we are focusing in the first phase is close to 2,409 bookings. So that's going to be our primary objective. Uh, Customers really who have faith in our charging infrastructure, the 5-step promise, that has been very helpful. Our overall network presence has been very helpful. And I think the way I would categorize it was be one is the product. It's a globally proven product. It's selling in Europe. In Europe, in fact, it's also a 5-star NCAP rating, Euro NCAP. So the great product SUV with a great battery of 44.5, giving you 340 kilometers of range. So your daily commute is taken care of. Then the 5-step charging ecosystem to support you. You know, being the charging cable on board, home charger, charger at the dealership, mobile charger as well, vehicle to vehicle, and satellite town charging. So that gives the customer assurance. Our e-shield has also been very helpful. So I think all of this put together has really given the customer great confidence. And now it's up to us. The ball is on us now to really make sure that we live up to this expectation, live up to the promise. So we have work to do, and we are excited about the work to be done.
How difficult was it to decide on a price point for the ZS EV? And it's a very competitive price point, but what was the thought process when the final figure was being thought of?
You always ask tricky questions, I must say. I think when you put yourself in the shoes of a customer, and when you look at what all are the offerings he has in his perspective, and how would he choose to pay for a particular product. You see, what's important today is the era of cost plus pricing is no more relevant. Neither is it just a price point in isolation. I think when a consumer is coming into your family, he's looking at the entire support that you have. So the entire value proposition comes in. So it's an entire package. So it's a vehicle pricing, it is the vehicle quality, the vehicle stance, the warranty packaging, the entire charging infrastructure, all of that put in together. And we said, let's go for this pricing. And I say that we had a difficult charge because we also had told that we will reward the initial customers who have booked the car without the price declaration substantially. So what we have done is we want to build the company as a very authentic and transparent brand. So whatever we say, we have to stand by it. So consumers who had booked the car before the price declaration, because we also close the booking before the price declaration, to them we are giving a rupee 1 lakh inaugural benefit, but the price of the car is 20.88 lakhs to start with, and these customers who had booked the car earlier will get it at 19.88. This price positioning actually is, I think, the right appropriate pricing, because the response of the customers tells us that the number has worked out well, and I think we have to keep working in that direction.
Right. MG with its two product offerings currently, the Hector and the ZS EV. It's also advertised as a car which is very technologically heavy, very technologically advanced. With the ZS EV, it's a completely new ball game altogether. Is that image of MG, according to you, working well for the company?
So more than image, it's actually what the brand stands for. MG, since 1924, a 95-year-old brand, actually 96 coming close now, has always stood for innovation. In the 60s and 70s, innovation was about land speed records, it's all about fast. Today, uh, innovation is all about technology. So MG actually is an auto tech brand. And that is why we took this real big step of saying the first car is an internet car, the second is an electric internet car. And that's what we are building upon. And I think it's important because today all of us, you, me, we all live in a technology era, right? We have IoT at our homes, we have IoT in our daily lives, be it smart TVs, smart homes, smartphones. And therefore the era has come where technology becomes a part and parcel of our daily lives. And a car, an automotive plays a very significant role, right? We are seeing, so for example, if you see the Vision I, our concept car over here, it actually shows to you how you move your personal space, be it your living room or your office, into your car, right? Being electric, autonomous, as well as connected. So that era has already come in. So the future is here now,
Right.
and therefore, for MG to really keep on, we have to keep working on this auto tech platform. So more than image, it's our value system. It's a brand pillar for us.
Right. But speaking about the shape and form of both your cars currently in the market, one is the Hector, one is the ZS EV, both are SUV shaped. So is MG now looking at going a step below, a segment below the SUVs, a segment above, maybe essentially moving away from the SUV dynamic?
I think we've said this before that we are committed to the Indian market. Various body styles and options of technology are always being reviewed for a market. When you see around at the Auto Expo over here, you know, we've got premium hatches, we've got sedans, we've got MPVs and SUVs as well. Uh, we began the Indian journey, and we know that at this point in time, what we've announced before is for the first 2 years, we will bring in 4 SUVs to the country. So we already have got seven in the first. We've got two in the first 7 months of our operations. We are looking at bringing one more by the end of this year towards the festival Diwali timeframe, which is going to be a more a premium luxury SUV. Stay tuned; you will see it over here the next 1 or 2 days. And beyond that, we have one more product coming in as well. So we remain committed to four in 2 years. But at the same time, it's a very exciting phase for the Indian industry. Uh, and I tell you, when I look at our global portfolio, we have a lot to choose from, and we will look at always bringing in new styles, new shapes, so that that journey continues. So it won't be an SUV only company. We have to look at a larger perspective, but that will be our part two of the thing.
Right. We're speaking in front of a car, and I won't really blame our viewers if this car was stealing a little bit of thunder from what you were saying and what I was asking. Very interesting car, very interesting name. As I understand, it's in concept version here currently, but it's there in the global markets as well. So, what is the story behind this car and getting it here at the Auto Expo in a concept version?
So a slight correction, if you don't mind. This actually is a real road model. It's actually right now being sold in the global market. The concept is the Vision I, which tells you the future is here. This one is my favorite. And why I say that, it's got internet, it's got electric, it's got autonomous, L3, level 3, all of it put together. Now, autonomous is actually L1 to L6. What this does for you is it also does self-parking. So, for example, if I was to go to my office every day and I park my car in a particular slot, with this car, the car learns because it has got a lot of machine learning. It's got artificial recognition. It's got voice enabled. So it's a technology fun box, if I can say that.
When do we see it in India? That's the question that most of us would be knowing. I mean, clearly it appears like a fantastic car, but when do we see it here in India?
So we are, like I said before, we are exploring all the options. We have commitment for the first 2 years already, like I shared with you. This car also helps to showcase to India that the technology we always talk about autonomous doesn't have to be always full-fledged technology. It has to be in phases. Like we had mobility, we had 2G, 3G, 4G, and then 5G. Similarly, this gives us the confidence that this car, which is already running in the roads right now internationally, is a living proof of all three technologies coming in one package. Uh, Stay tuned. I think I can say that but it's an exciting car. You got to see it. I mean, the entire dash panel, it senses you. It also has the capability of drone control from over here. 52.5 kilowatt battery, 400 plus of range. It's a fun car.
Right. So here is a fun car. Here is a company which is projecting itself to be fun as well. Technology and the focus is SUV, but expect MG Motors to come up with a lot many more shapes and sizes as well. Gaurav, thank you so much for speaking to
Thank you
us
very much.
and all the best.
Thank you very much.